Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WIW. We are here on Monday Night Mayhem, and my name is Darren Jacobs, and we are here on Mayhem to begin the first show following the Resurrection pay-per-view, which was a crazy one. Be sure to vote for your Superstar of the Year, Superstar of the Month following the first show. But tonight, we have a debuting superstar, so you know what that means. We have our first match tradition here, where he gets to test himself here on his Monday Night Mayhem debut. Please welcome the newest member of the roster. His name is Skeens. I think I pronounced that right. I think it's Skeens. That sounds right. But here to make his debut tonight, we don't know too much about this man, but what we do know is he's here to impress. Remember, it's tradition that a random current superstar faces the debuting superstar in the opening contest of the show in order to show whether he's ready for WIW or not. But remember, just because you lose does not mean that you are not ready for WIW. This is a showcase of what you can do, what you have to offer to the show, because very few people actually win their very first fight on WIW, and if you do, that means you are on for big things, and Brad Skeens wants to prove that he is ready for those big things here tonight. Following the Resurrection pay-per-view, we're going to be looking for new challengers for the titles very soon, and he's going to want to try and make an early statement here to prove he's ready to get pushed straight away. So Brad Skeens, a tough task tonight, facing a superstar. And we don't know who he is up against yet. He doesn't know, so he doesn't have time to prepare. Oh, but by the sound of the music, it is Black Jesus that is going to be stepping up to face Brad Skeens tonight. Black Jesus, just off the back of his defeat in the 8-pack challenge for the European Championship at the hands of Jace. I don't think he did particularly well in that match, to be honest, but Black Jesus looking to get some momentum going. He had some good momentum coming into the pay-per-view, had a big win in the 2 out of 3 falls match with Thomas, and also, of course, he pinned him in the Fatal 4-Way that they had before that. So he's got some good momentum. He had some good momentum, lost it again at the pay-per-view, so he's going to hope that this month can be a better month for him heading in to the next pay-per-view, which will again be this Sunday. Right now, since we can have split pay-per-views, it probably will be pay-per-view every week until we have a joint pay-per-view again, which, to be honest, I don't think is going to be that long. But Black Jesus is here, ready to show the new guy the ropes. The question is Brad Skeens ready for the big time? Let's have a look here tonight. The referee rings the bell, and away we go. And look at this, Black Jesus straight on the offense, as we know him to do, looking for that, for the deadlift suplex, not deadlift suplex, look at that, squatting. Showing the strength off already. We know how strong he is, but he loves to show it, and a suplex to start the battle off. The one thing Brad Skeens does not want to let happen with Black Jesus is give him momentum. He's a strong competitor. He takes some really big shots at you, and if you let him do that, he is gonna walk out of this ring with the win and a military press into the gut buster there. And Brad Skeens off to a slow start, as can be expected. Nerds can creep in when making something like this a reality. And we all know that, you know, it's everyone's dream to be a WIW superstar. And to make it a reality, it's a lot of pressure, especially on the opening match of the card, and a big elbow there. First bit of offense from Brad Skeens here, and now needs to capitalize on it. While we have a Daisy Black Jesus, a fireman's carry Gutbuster. The Gutbusters are coming out here tonight. So tonight, in our main event, we have a big one. We have both of the new single champions. The European champion faces the WIW champion, as Jace faces Rage one-on-one. The first time our two champions face off with one another. Oh, look at that. So couldn't decide what was going on there between the two by the looks of things. And look at that once again. Jesus showing the strength, just tossing him around like a rag doll. And Jesus, he's been a top-tier superstar in WIW, but at the beginning of the WIW season, it hasn't been great for him. And so he needs to push on, he needs to push harder, he needs to show what he's capable of, and he's doing that in full force here tonight, just tossing Brad Skeens from one side of the ring to another. Now going top rope. What's he thinking? Skeens getting back to his feet. He might have to abort what he was thinking. Never mind. Back of the head. Diving elbow. And Jesus going to take some time to please his fans. Showing off the strength. And that is why they call him Black Jesus, for his pure strength and godlike power. For such a man who's not quite the big man. I mean, he is very strong, very muscly. But he's not exactly the guy compared to some of the other taller people, much heavier people. He's not exactly the guy you think would be doing all the powerlifting like he is. And Brad Skeens there with a big counter into a Lufez press, and now he needs to capitalize on it. He's got a few moves in, but not really much damage has been done as of yet. That could do it though. Off the ropes with the suplex. That's a big one. Oh, wait a minute. Jesus shakes it off, and there's a leg drag. Skeens hasn't had a great start here. Really needs to get going. And Jesus not going to give him a second to do just that. Getting him into a position. What's he thinking? Oh, look at this. Oh! Sliding over the top of the head there. Damage has been done. Jesus has him in a good position here. What's he thinking now? Spinning back fist. With so much power, he even shook the ref. It may have even shook the ring with the power of that back fist. And you got excuse me. You got to wonder, where was this power on display in the 8-pack challenge? He might have won with a performance like this. Now look at this. Jesus already looking to put this away. Spinning powerbomb. Nice effort from Skeens, but it wasn't to be. Wait! Skeens kicks! Skeens kicks! And Jesus is going to get straight back to work. No time to complain about that. Wow, and wasn't expecting that. He's taken quite a beating here, Skeens, but he's not done yet. But for some reason, Jesus didn't seem surprised. Can't blame him, really. His moves don't seem to be as effective as they used to, but he is hitting some really big power shots here. I really thought that one was over. And look at this. All Skeens with a counter. Inverted DDT. He needs to do something now, though. It was okay kicking out, but then the problem that everyone else has had with kicking out, surprisingly, is that they weren't able to capitalize on it. He needs to do that now. Playing to the crowd here, Skeens. Maybe looking for some potential hype for the crowd to see if they're behind him. And he took too long taunting by the looks of it. And now Jesus once again back in control. Was probably looking to flip him around for a cover there. But Skeens fighters out of it. Look at this. Fireman's carry. Look at this. Oh, and a flapjack onto the ropes. Jesus hurt by that one. And Skeens is going to go straight into the cover, and it's only going to be a one. I think there might have been a rope break there. I can't imagine Jesus just kicked out of the one after that. You saw how, in what state he was in there. Clear the stress. And now look at this. Skeens really bringing it back here after what was an awful start by all accounts. And now Skeens. What's he thinking here? From the top rope, looking for a superplex. Jesus! Oh, big impact on the superplex. And Jesus is taking some big shots now. He is not in a good place after having majority control in this matchup. Skeens trying to make the most of it. Isn't quite doing what he needs to do in terms of finishing the job. Because he has been hurt for the majority of this match. Jesus is only just starting taking hits. He needs to do something big, and he needs to do it now. Oh, look at this. Was looking for a strike there. Big counter by Jesus. It took a little time to dance. I feel like he's getting way too confident here from the offset. He really needs to concentrate, stop with the taunts, and get straight on into it, especially when he's under the pressure here. He thinks that chop might be enough, though, to score the win, and it's a 2. Skeens is looking tired, though. Look at him. He is breathing heavy. But he's still going to take time to taunt. And this is where he has been losing himself here in this match. He's been taunting way too much, and Jesus has capitalized. And once again, Jesus looking to do the same thing here. Looking for another suplex toss across the ring. Brad Skeens way too confident, way too quickly here. Jesus once again looking ready to put this away. Spinning powerbomb. Oh, and he's getting him into a position that he feels comfortable with before landing it. And good night, Brad Skeens. Black Jesus with the win. Skeens got way too confident way too early, despite being under pressure for about 75% of the match. And Black Jesus wins it. That was the spinning back fist, sending him down to the floor. And then there was the first spinning powerbomb, which Skeens somehow managed to kick out of. And then, look, a perfect example of Skeens getting overconfident, thinking he was in control, thinking that he was going to pull off the victory. But in the end, it was this spinning powerbomb, which was landed so ferociously, that has secured Black Jesus another win in the win column for him. He could go on to contend for a title if he continues at this current form, but Black Jesus will still feel disappointed about what happened at Resurrection, but that's a big bounce back victory for him and an unfortunate debut defeat for Brad Skeens. Let's move on down the rest of the card. Match number 2 of the evening, and it looks like coming down in the lift once again, I guess he rented that lift for the whole week, I guess, is Damas. Following his defeat at the European Championship match, he's coming out here tonight. We assume to issue once again a Greek-style Open challenge, but we never know with Damas, really. It was not a good week for Damas. First loses his first Open challenge to Harry Austin, the Flying Ninja. Sorry if I'm still ill, so if I'm stuttering on commentary, please forgive me. But Damas here tonight once again on the lift, and then of course, yeah, so he lost the first European Greek Style Open challenge, and then lost the 8-pack challenge to Jace at the Resurrection pay-per-view. But for Damas, he's holding his head high still making quite a dramatic entrance here. And we know that Damas has the potential to be a big star here at Monday Night Mayhem. He showed good signs when he debuted. He won his first couple of fights in a row. Oh, he got a sight up the skirt there, Damas. And yeah, so Damas is here tonight, firstly, to address the issues, he says, of why he has not lost yet and why he is still undefeated, but also to address the issues that have been occurring inside and outside the ring. Whatever that means, I will leave for Damas to disclose, but he's out here to deal his business and his own brand of victory. We know Damas is capable of pulling off the wins, but he is really starting to slowly decline here in WIW, and you can't afford that, especially in the early goings when there aren't as many superstars, there aren't as many people in your way to get the title matches that you want. Damas really needs to push on and start picking back up the victories as he did at the beginning. So we'll hand the mic over to Damas now, and we'll see what he has to say about proceedings. I am Damas. Damas wants to talk about last week. First, Damas did not win the championship, but since Damas knew there were too many people in the ring, Damas did not want to get hurt. So Damas lose on purpose. So that does not count. As for last week against Harry Austin, it was a charity match to let him win to build self-esteem. So that does not count. Therefore, Damas is still undefeated. But, Mr. Harry Austin, why don't you come out here tonight and let me show you what happens when Damas stops being charitable and continues to dominate like the god that he is. And Damas clearly has more reasons why he's still undefeated. He's called out Harry once again for a rematch, and it looks like the Flying Ninja has answered. Harry Austin answers Damas's challenge once again. Damas still thinks he's undefeated, claims that the last match between these two doesn't count, and it looks like the Flying Ninja is more than happy to answer the call and prove that it was not a one-time thing. Harry picked up his first singles victory against Damas not long ago. And this month we were expecting him to be teaming with Deathlordicas. Unfortunately for him though, that will not be the case just yet, unfortunately. He's going to have to deal with Damas and prove that he is as good in the ring as a tag team partner, as good as he is at singles. Damas not looking as confident anymore, looking a little stressed out, looking a little bit hesitant. Maybe he senses that he is losing his way here after a brilliant spell of momentum at the beginning of the first month. Please, people, remember to vote for your superstar of the month. Try not to vote for yourself, ladies and gentlemen, even if your name is Damas. Be sure to vote, and your votes will be counted, and they do make an impact, so make sure you do vote. So we're concentrating in on this match here, and Damas already, you got to say, he's hit like 2 or 3 moves, and he's already done better than the last time these two faced. Honestly, last time Damas came out the gate, and he just couldn't do anything. He didn't let him hit him. He claims that he was in a rush to finish the match, and Harry, I guess, was just lucky that he caught him on that day. And Damas here trying to prove it there, a nasty little heel flick here. And Damas here looks like he's just here to finish the job, do the business. He's not here to make friends, and he has made that clear. He is here because Damas wants to prove he is the best in the world in all sports. He says he's already mastered golf and now looking to master wrestling, and he's off to a flying start here against Harry, who's really struggling to get going in this one. I guess maybe he was caught off guard here by the open challenge. He was prepared maybe last time as he accepted the open challenge. First cover in a match only ends in a 1 count. Harry not that hurt yet, and now Harry might lead the charge back here. Harry once again using his speed and athleticism that he naturally will have as a small man in the business to try and fight back, but Damas isn't going to let him, trying to overpower the little man. But Harry's still fighting back, and once again using that athleticism to bring down Damas, and Damas is being caught off guard by the high-flying antics of the flying ninja. Maybe that's what threw him off last time. Maybe he just doesn't know how to handle Harry Austin. Harry Austin has added a lot of moves to his arsenal this year, become a lot more aerialistic, I'd say, using a lot of high-flying moves, Hurricane Ranas, you know, and of course the 619, which has been proved to be a lethal weapon. Harry, of course, also lost in the European Championship match. He had a good showing, but he was just dominated from start to finish, and look at that. Little bit of athleticism there from Damas with the arm drag from the running position. And now to the middle rope. What's Damas thinking? Oh, fought against it. Might have been a smart decision there. He saw Harry getting back to his feet. Snap suplex. And of course the 8-pack challenge was a tough night for everyone. It was a bloody mess. It was absolute chaos. Everyone was pretty much bleeding, except I think the only 2 who didn't in the end were Tyson Jackson and of course the winner, Jace. Big counter there by Harry Austin. And this one's been a lot more of an even contest. Damas with more of the attacking mentality, but Harry doing very well here with the counters and showing his speed off very well here, and now might be looking to fly here from the outside positions. Fought against it, saw Damas rising to his feet. Again, smart decision. Now look at this, showing some strength here from Harry, and that is not a good sign for Damas. Harry clearly does not have the strength advantage over Damas, and Damas can't afford to let him think that he does. Harry's going to take the time to taunt, and Damas is going to try and capitalize on it if he can. Twist of the arm, Russian leg sweep. And Damas now has him right where he wants him. He needs to make the most of it. To the middle rope again, looking to land the elbow drop. Oh no, instead drops the fist on top of the head of Harry and goes straight into the cover from that drop. 2, and it is only a 2. It's an improvement. Shines that Harry is slowing down a little bit. He's weakening in this one, and that is exactly what Damas wants, and that is why he's wrenching away in the neck here. Wearing him down, trying to deal as much damage as possible to make the final attempt at the cover even easier. Harry there, big counter, needs to do something major now to get himself back in the swing of things. Had a little spell of momentum, but now Damas firmly back in control. And now Harry once again with a counter there. He thought he was trapped in the corner, gets out of it, but Damas still applying too much pressure for Harry to handle there. The stun gun off the turnbuckle. Damas once again drags Harry to the middle of the ring, looking for another elbow. Right to the heart. And Harry's in serious trouble now. The momentum is swinging back in Damas' favour if it didn't beforehand. A miniature DDT there, but big impact. And Damas might be ready to bring this one to a close. Look at this, looking for a DDT, connects. Big connection. And those DDTs proving to be very lethal weapons in the WIW. They're one of the most basic skills to learn in wrestling. But when you can do them right, then you know you're on for something. Look at this. Damas knows he's in control now. Harry's down and he might be out of this one. And Damas could be ready to put him away. But Damas is going to take the time to enjoy himself here. Last week, couldn't get any offense in on Harry. This week, getting his revenge there, and there's an enziguri. Damas going to drag him up. Look at this, controlling the pace, controlling what he wants in this match. Or might have been thinking of looking for a power slam there. Harry with a counter, and now Harry looking to capitalize here. Standing moonsault, connection. And Damas might have missed his window of opportunity. Harry looking to set him up. Spins him around. Looking for it. Looking for 619 to capitalize. 619. And straight into the frog splash. Connection. Damas took too long to get the job done. Could not land the greetings from Greece. And Harry is going to steal this match. No, he can't. The 619 not enough. The Damas kicks. He still fights on in this match. And now Harry, all of a sudden, with a sudden burst of life, despite being dominated for the majority of this match, to the top rope. We know he's dangerous from up here. We know he has a wide variety of moves from this position. And a big frog splash. And Damas, one moment of hesitation. Could not land the greetings from Greece. He needs to do that to steer the things back in his way. He had a complete grasp of this match. And all of a sudden, it's fading from him very slowly. Beautiful move there by Harry Austin, who is in thorough control right now. But he can't waste time. He can't make the same mistake that Damas did. Damas thought this was coming to an end. And now Harry, look at this. Into a submission hold here. Damas in a vulnerable positioning. Harry tightening down there on the headlock. Damas needs to start getting out of these holds. He does. And now he's got him in a headlock of his own here. And lets him go. Hold on a minute, he might be able to get it. Was looking for greetings from Greece, I think. Trying to get him up on the shoulders. This time he gets him up. And it's just a Samoan driver. Damas just trying to do anything possible to wrap this one up. But Harry, being as stubborn as ever here, looking for a red arrow. Connection. Falcon arrow, sorry, not red arrow. And straight into the cover goes Damas, looking to seal the deal here. The referee slow to make the count. That might affect the cover, and it does. And Damas worked a lot harder than he thought he might have had to here. He thought, since he's not rushing, since he's not letting him win, so he says, he thought he might have this one in the bag. There's another DDT from Damas. Damas stomping on the stomach, looking for the elbow again. Taking the time to play to the crowd. Elbow drop. And once again, the tide is back in Damas' favour. And now, he might be able to finish this one up. Looking again for greetings from Greece. Connection in the middle of the ring. He's going to drag him away from the ropes. He doesn't want to take any chances. And Damas looking to wrap it up here. Is that going to be enough? No, it's not. Harry kicks from the greetings from Greece. And what a contest this is turning out to be. Damas can't believe what he just saw. Damas kicks out of 619 and now Harry kicks out of greetings from Greece. The first person to kick out of greetings from Greece ever. I don't think anyone's ever done it before. He's the first person to do it. And Damas is in shock and now wearing away at the limbs. Smart. If you can keep him from running around, then you've got him in a good position. And now Damas got him by the head. And, I thought maybe he's going for the double knees there into the back of the head. Deciding instead just to take the time to taunt. He knows he's in control. He knows that things are going his way. Snap suplex. Bouncing off the bottom rope goes Harry. Harry's in a vulnerable position. He needs to counter. He needs to do what Damas did. Turn the tide back in his favour. Or he's going to lose this one. And another cheap heel flick there by Damas. Damas is confident now. He's got the crowd on the edge of their seats. Look, they're all standing in anticipation to see how this one's coming to an end. And Damas, I think he's only seeing this ending one way. Looking for another Falcon Arrow. Big connection. He was in control for the majority of the match. Harry had a huge spell of momentum. Couldn't quite capitalise on it and finish him off with the 619. The greetings from Greece couldn't keep Harry down. And these two just trying to figure out how they can pin the other one down for the 1-2-3. Damas now just wearing him down, trying to get this done. Took a moment to think there, to see that. Thinking about what he was going to do. Thinking how he could end this one. The greetings from Greece didn't work. He might want to consider trying it again here. Or instead he's looking for another elbow. The crowd are loving this. They're on their feet. A third elbow drop straight to the heart. Damas goes straight into the cover. It could be enough. Harry's in trouble here. He kicks out again. Look at this. Damas right in the face of the referee. He can't believe that he's kicked out again. And look at this, stomping away in frustration. Picks him straight up. Doesn't give him time to recover. Is he looking for greetings for Greece? No, instead looking for the powerbomb. And that might be it for Harry right there. 2, 3. Damas with a huge powerbomb. Straight out of frustration there for what had just happened between him and Harry. And Damas, well, he picks up the win. He said that the result would be different this time if they were to face again. It was Harry here turning the tide with the standing moonsault and the 619, which ended in this frog splash. Couldn't get the cover, and from there it was all Damas following that spell. There was the final elbow to the heart, followed by the greetings from Greece, which couldn't get the job done, but a monstrous powerbomb by Damas gets him the win. And these two are one apiece now. And I have a feeling this might not be the end of it, but for Damas' point of view, you think he's proved his point. In his mind, he's still undefeated. Him and Harry, he has nothing left to prove against him. But Damas with a big win tonight, and that's all he's going to care about. Big, big win for Damas. Let's move on down the rest of the card. It's time from some action for the tag division, but it is only singles contest. We have a triple threat match between the 3 tag teams that we have here on Monday Night Mayhem. First up tonight is Patrick Green, one half of the tag team champions, and you finally get to see those titles in action, because last week they didn't even care for the title. They didn't take it. They literally just decided to ambush a little bit more as they attacked Xavier Woods and El Murphy following their tag team victory. But tonight, the GM told them all that they will all be a part of at the next pay-per-view in a 6-man ladder match for their Mayhem tag team titles. It's going to be the Cotterrells versus Up, Down, Down versus the Linebacks. And the Linebacks are taking them both on and they're beating them both. So now is the chance for them to prove it. Tonight is a triple threat match between Patrick Green and 2 members of the other teams, and we will find out who they are in a moment. As for next week, the other partners will face off, and then the 6-man ladder match will happen at that pay-per-view. So, who is representing team Up, Down, Down, I think? Yep, I think that was Up, Down's entrance. Who have they chosen to represent the first one? It is Xavier Woods, or Austin Creed, whatever you feel comfortable calling him. Austin Creed, last week, had a decent run against the Cotterrells. El Murphy and him managed to beat the Cotterrells to get themselves a chance at the tag team titles. But then at the match at Resurrection, they were destroyed, is the best way to put it, by the Linebacks. But this is the first time that a linebacker has appeared without Coach Wilson. Patrick Green, he's here by himself, no Kazarian, and he is here to rain the pain down, representing the tag team champions, but here representing Up, Down, Down, the team who will be looking for some revenge at the next pay-per-view to become the tag team champions once more. Xavier Woods reps for Up, Down, Down. So that's a representative from Up, Down, Down, and that is a representative from the Linebacks. Who have they chosen to represent the Cotterrells between Max and Brett? It's going to be interesting. Who is it chosen? They've chosen Max. Max steps up to the plate here tonight. Max Cotterrell, who has probably been the most dominant Cotterrell since the return of WIW out of Max and Brett. Brett has been a little slow to get off the ground, hasn't really done that much impact. Last time the linebacks and the Cotterells got into a match, it was a massive, chaotic, bloody mess. And the Cotterells fell short yet to get a victory. Tonight they can mark their first victory, and it could be over the tag team champions. I mean, it's technically only half the tag team champions, but it could go a long way in proving the Cotterells really are capable of pushing to the heights that we know they are capable of. They haven't shown it yet, so it's important that they start to do that now as early as possible. Patrick Green for the linebacks, Woods for up, down, down, and Cotterrell, Max Cotterrell for the Cotterells. Bell rings, and underway we go, and straight away, look at that Patrick Green. Just tossing the little man across the ring. Now Woods trying to get at Green, trying to get some payback for the match they had at Resurrection. Look at this, Max Cotterrell from behind, trying to get them both down there with a drop kick, only catches Patrick Green. And now the chops from Woods, trying to just get Patrick Green down to at least a knee. But Green is not having any of it, he is fighting back here. And look at this, Lufez press, and Max going to take the time to let them fight it out there. And now look at Max, look at this. Beautiful move. There's a beautiful arm drag. Trying to take advantage of Patrick Green, who is already here being double teamed by these two tag team experts. And, oh, look at this. Max not making any friends here tonight. Just straight out for the kill. He's going to drag him to the middle of the ring. Maybe thinking about getting an early cover here. No, instead, Max is going to do Max-like things and just continue to inflict as much damage as possible. And Patrick Green, look at that. Massive shot which tosses Max outside the ring. And now Green has Woods in a spot of trouble. Massive power slam down in the middle of the ring. And I tell you what, with the run that the linebacks have been on, it would not surprise me if they hold on to those titles at the next pay-per-view. If they hold them for a while, could be a big result for them. They could be on for a long reign. And look at Max here, raining hell in the ring, and there's a DDT as he got sprung back into the match. And all of a sudden, Patrick Green caught off guard as he was chucked off the top rope by Mad Max and the Enziguri. And Max all of a sudden in control, looking for a springboard. It's quite a distance. Oh, big 450. Wasted little time to go for the springboard offense. That's what he's got to do. He doesn't have the power advantage, so he needs to use his speed if he can. And Patrick Green going to take the time to taunt. Meanwhile, Woods in the middle of the ring, looking for a swinging neck breaker on Max Cotterrell and connects. Sensing here that the momentum was with Max there. Irish whip to the corner. And now Woods has got Patrick Green. Looking for a DDT. Connects and rolls out goes Patrick Green. And now it's Woods. Left in the ring with Max Cotterrell there. Big free-fall neck breaker. And now Woods to the opposite side of the ropes. He's going to look to fly. Big connection. And Woods getting going here in this one. After a match that was predominantly controlled by Patrick Green, Woods now trying to find some fight back. Remember, they are all representing their teams tonight, so it will go down as a win for all of the Cotterells, or all of up, down, down, or all of the linebacks. Because one member of the team wins, they all win. That's the philosophy for these tag team partners. And look at this, Patrick Green back in the ring and destroying everyone in his path. These linebacks are absolute monsters. I tell you what, if these two people didn't make the NFL, I'd love to see one of an actual NFL player in this ring. Because these two are top-tier competitors. Maybe they didn't make it because they are aggressive. Maybe it was a decision by the GMs that they were just too much of a threat to the rest of the players. Beautiful move there by Woods and taking advantage of Max, who was stunned in the corner. And Javier, the only one standing, Mr. Javier Woods, or Austin Creed, however you prefer. And he's going to let him get up here. And Patrick Green wasted no time springing back to his feet. And took the time to taunt before coming back inside. Max crawled to his feet. And Woods has missed his opportunity here to take advantage of the situation. And now Green, he's not going to let him go without a fight and pay for that missed opportunity. What was Woods doing? He just kind of froze. Just didn't do anything there for a solid minute. And now look at this, Patrick Green taunting him. Oh, and a big splash in the corner. Went for the spear, but Max caught him. Patrick Green was ready to finish it, and Max caught him off guard. And Mad Max, who's proved to be a thorn in the side of the linebacks since the beginning, not only of this match, but since the first time they fought them. It was Brett who couldn't quite carry the weight. Went for a cover, and Woods broke it up immediately. I don't think he noticed Woods coming in there. Russian leg sweep. And now Woods can be left alone in the ring with Patrick Green once again going for the cover. It's only a 1. And these 3 tag teams have seen a lot of each other. Right now the tag team division is very slim, which is why these guys are getting their opportunities now. They're trying to make the most of them. If they can become tag team champions early, that could be the spot they need. And oh, look at this. Caught him off guard there. Shining Wizard. Max wasn't prepared for that. Patrick Green is down. Straight into the cover. Woods to get it. To win the game. Oh, he couldn't do it. And this match was nearly over with the Shining Wizard. And now looking for an Enziguri to follow. Max is down. Max is hurt. Patrick Green must be knocked out. He hasn't moved in absolutely ages. Straight back into a cover, and it's a 2. What is happening to Patrick Green? There we go. Movement, signs of life. While Max and Woods continue to battle it out there. And there's a drop kick by Max. And now Patrick Green back to his feet, looking to capitalise. He's got Max in the corner. Lifts him up on top of the corner. What's Patrick Green thinking? He's setting him up, maybe looking for a superplex. Max is in trouble here. He needs to do something. Big impact on the superplex. And now Patrick Green straight into the cover. Wood springs to his feet, trying to break up the count, and it's only a 2 anyway. Didn't need to. The crowd are loving this one. The reaction from them there, and there's a snap suplex by Woods. Straight into the cover again. Big cover. 1, 2, 2. Only a 2, and that's the best anyone's got so far. Now Woods, look at this with an elbow to the top of the head. Wearing him down. That might be the smart move. Look at this. Woods going high risk here. Going to the top rope. Looking to land a big splash here on Patrick Green. Oh, he could connect on Max. Whoever gets springs up to their feet first. He's gone for Green and a big hurricane run off the top rope. Oh, look at this. Gets Max on the shoulders and a stun gun off the ropes. Max rolls out of harm's way, and wisely so. Another cover here on Patrick Green, who is clearly hurt, but not enough to keep him out of the match. It's another 2. Patrick Green needs to start fighting back here. It's been a while since we've seen him do anything in this match. He's clearly hurt, and Woods looking to take advantage of the fact that he is hurt. Looking for Lost in the Woods. Rolls up. Big clothesline, big connection. Is that going to be enough? He decides not to go for the cover. He doesn't even want to check. Interesting choice there by Woods. Picks up Green. Tosses him to the outside. Oh, look at Max. Back in the ring. Caught him off guard there. Big Hurricane Runner. Patrick Green in the opposite side of the ropes. But clearly Max has got himself in a little bit of a scrap here with Xavier Woods into the cover, and has a 2 count. And Green, almost lifeless on the outside, hardly moving. He rolls out of harm's way and back into the ring, just as Woods does. And now Woods again, looking for another Shining Wizard. Patrick Green playing to the crowd. Might miss the cover attempt here. Breaks it up. That could have been the 3 right there. Green picks him up, though. There's a big takedown by Patrick Green. And now he's going to go for the cover. Surprisingly enough, not on Max. It's only going to be a 2, though. Creed fights on. Patrick Green picking him up. Irish whip counter there by Woods. Trying to capitalise on him in the corner here. Trying to beat down on him. Trying to wear him down if he can. It's a smart tactics by Woods. Trying to wear the big man down, and now stomps in the corner. That unicorn stampede, of course, famous for the team of Up, Up, Down, Down. And now, Woods in a good position here, looking for a wheelbarrow. Beautiful move. Decided not to take it into the cover as he saw Max get back to his feet. Deals with him. And now left alone in the ring with Patrick Green, who he drags to the middle of the ring. Could go for the cover. Could go for the win here. It could be enough. Green's in a lot of trouble here, and it's only a 2. Max's intervention in proceedings stopped that in its tracks. And all Max did was get up. Woods probably didn't need to do that, to attack Max. He felt better safe than sorry. Unable to capitalise. I tell you what, this ladder match between these 3 teams is going to be absolutely brilliant, and at the pay-per-view I cannot wait to see that. Submission hold being applied here, but instantly broken up by Max there with a drop kick. Green is hurt, and now one of these two need to capitalise on that chance. Went for a Hurricane Rana, flipped into a powerbomb by Xavier Woods, who is flying now. Single leg Boston Crab. Max is right near the ropes though. He could try and break it up. Although, hang on, I'm thinking of it now. It might not be a rope break. I think this is no disqualification. He's not very much wrenching on that leg there. That wasn't a very effective submission attempt there by Woods. Maybe he was just using it to wear him down to perhaps try and go for the cover. Big counter there by Patrick Green, who all of a sudden is back to his feet. He needs to do something now. It's been a while since we've seen him do anything productive. Hold on a minute. Decided against going for Woods there for a minute. Maybe saw the man was down. And a cover here by Patrick Green to steal the win. Oh! That was painfully close to a 3 count. And Green gets him back to his feet. Irish whip to the opposite corner. He's got them both trapped in opposite corners here. Patrick Green looking for the running haymaker. Big connection. And the crowd are loving this from one half of the tag team champions. Irish whip to the corner again. Woods recuperating, giving himself some breathing room on that side. Oh, look at that. Beautiful move there by Patrick Green, who gets Woods up on the shoulders. Woods able to roll out of it though. Gets out of harm's way. Inverted DDT. Woods may have an opening here. Left alone in the ring with Patrick Green. And there's an elbow to the top of the head. Spins him around. And now stomping away on the limbs here. Smart play by Creed. Trying to wear him down. Trying to wrap it up when the time comes. He's got him in the corner again. Big takedown. Max is slowly getting back to his feet. Whatever Woods has planned, he needs to do it now. And look at this, a shot to the back. It's going to take him to the top, looks like, but Max might get in the way of proceedings. Nope, lets him do it. No! Oh! And Patrick Green just goes flying across the ring. He springs back to his feet, really. Oh! Did you see that? Middle rope stunner from Max Cotterrell on Patrick Green. And this is the problem with Max. It doesn't matter how many hits he takes. He loves the violence. He loves to hurt people. And he continues to fight on, even hurt. Woods trying to crawl back to the ropes here to get back to his feet if he can. Hurricane Runner. Oh, look at this, Woods. Look at it capitalise. Massive DDT, and it cuts open Max. And he rolls out of harm's way, and now Woods with an opening to finish off Patrick Green here. Kick to the back of the leg. Shining Wizard. And that could and should be enough. Drags him to the middle of the ring to get the cover. Max might not be able to make it back to his feet in time. He springs up though. Can he get it? Can he break up the cover? No, it's only a 2 anyway. 2.5. Patrick Green kicks out on his own accord. Oh, now Woods was looking for another Shining Wizard. Now this time he's going to land it on Max. Big connection. Another Shining Wizard. Patrick Green let him have it. Woods might be thinking of going for the cover. Look at this. Green takes the ref down. What a smart play by Green. The referee is down. The cover will not count. Patrick Green risked disqualification there to make sure that that count did not go through. And now Green can take advantage there, slamming him down on top of Max. And this match has been utter chaos. The referee is down. And he's clearly hurt by that huge running clothesline. And now look at this, looking for a suplex. Oh, and he's landed on the referee. Using the bodies lying on the floor to inflict even more damage. And now Patrick Green with an opening to put this away. There's the spear. There's the connection he was looking for. The referee's still down though. The referee gets up and now has an opportunity to go for the cover. If he can deal with Creed, he does. He's going to drag Creed to the middle of the ring. Maybe going to get the cover on him. He goes for the cover. Max is down. He's not going to break it up. It's only a 2. The crowd are loving this one. Jam-packed action. And Patrick Green is taking control from the cheap shot to the back of the referee. I'm sure it would have been a disqualification had the ref even known what had happened. Ref gets out of harm's way. Look at that. Referee backing up. Oh, big counter. And I think he caught Green there. Green's bleeding. Green is bleeding. And Green rolls out of harm's way, and all of a sudden Woods on the comeback hype here. And look at this. Submission hold applied. And Max is already hurt. This could be enough. If Max taps here, is Woods going to steal the cover here via submission? Max trying to fight out of it. Green's not going to get him up. Oh, look at this, a cover. Straight into the cover following that submission hold. Got him! He did enough to wear him down. Green completely out of it on the outside, and Xavier Woods picks up the win for up, up, down, down. Big win there. Several Shining Wizards couldn't do the job, but following the submission hold, he sensed that Max was weak. He let him go and managed to proceed to getting the cover. Big win by Austin Creed there. Big matchup. And we've got a part 2 of this as the other partners facing next week's triple threat. And then the big match for the tag team titles at the pay-per-view in the ladder match. Big matchup here. And Austin Creed walks out the winner of it. Big win. The only man not bleeding. He did make both of them bleed in this one. And the tag team division, things are heating up. There is so much blood feuding between these superstars. But Austin Creed plays the trumpet, and he plays it with pride as he walks out the winner of this one. Could this be a sign that they are ready for their rematch and to win the tag team titles and become the champions that they need to be? We'll see how El Murpho does next week, as well as the others. But it's time to move on down the rest of the card. Match number 4, and we have some fatal 4-way action. We've got 4 top superstars already to prove that they're ready for title contention. Of course, no title opportunity on the line in this one, but it is important for these 4 that they pick up some victories to prove that they're ready for that level. First up, it is the returning Jax Wolfe. Last week returned just before the pay-per-view to debut against Tyson Jackson, the man that he faced prior to being a WIW superstar, and unfortunately once again fell short to Tyson Jackson. And tonight he faces him again, and with others in the ring as well, to prove he can move past him. He prove he is ready to move up in the WIW rankings. Of course, no title match because he came back later than everyone else, so he didn't take part in the Beat the Clock challenge. But for this man, a man built on pride, a man built on respect that he feels he deserves. And so tonight, he has a chance to prove that he's worth the hype, he's worth the contract, and he is worth calling himself a WIW superstar. But as I mentioned, he's got some tough tasks ahead of him, one of which is Mr. Glow in the Dark himself. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Deathlordicas will be gracing us with his presence here in tonight's match. Look at that. The Glow in the Dark man himself. Didn't have the best showing at the European Championship. It was maybe one of the better ones. But of course, he didn't do particularly well. Couldn't finish anyone off with the Mandible Claw, which was the real disappointment before he was eliminated. But for Deathlordicas, there is hope for him in the tag division. he has kept an open mind and an open interest to teaming with Harry Austin, but of course Harry having his own problems to deal with right now. So Deathlordicas going to try and take matters into his own hand, try and push for a title. No #1 contender matches tonight on the card, but we do know a few things about the pay-per-view. We do know that the up, down, down, the linebacks, and the Cotterrells, as was just announced in that last match, will face in a 3-team ladder match for the tag team titles. It's important that someone can walk out, that they win that match, if at all possible. The linebacks to prove they are the dominant tag team, and that could prove that Deathlordicas and Harry should be next in line to come and take the titles from him. But for tonight, Deathlordicas has a tough task ahead of him to prove he's ready to fight for the titles no matter what the division. As for this man, Thomas, again, probably one of the better showings in the match at the pay-per-view for the European Championship, but it's hard to highlight individuals' performances and not just look at the winner in a match like that where you're facing against 8 other men. He has to really start to show himself. It has not been a good start to Monday Night Mayhem for Thomas, so he needs to start pushing himself a bit more. He needs to look to finish off these matches. We know he's capable of winning in a single punch. We've seen him do it before. But he needs to start coming here every night, and he needs to start putting on those types of performances if he's going to push for the top of the card, return to a place that he once was, which was a champion. He wants to get back there, whether that be European, whether that be world title, whatever it may be. He wants to push that high in the card. He wants to prove he is a threat to everyone. And we know he's capable of it, but he hasn't shown it, and that's the problem. Last man down to the ring, Tyson Jackson, who had a good showing, a very good showing at the pay-per-view. He did very well. It came down to Aaron Albright, Jace, and Tyson Jackson in the final 3 of that match, and Tyson Jackson, unfortunately, could not make it to the final 2, which ended up between Jace and Albright Albright couldn't quite get the final touches on it. But Tyson Jackson, he's a fierce competitor. He has an eerie presence, but this year has not been a good year for him. Still, no victories to his name, not a single one. And tonight he has a good... he has one, sorry. And that, of course, was against Jax Wolfe. And so tonight, he has a chance to do that. He has a chance to get a victory under his belt. He needs to do it, and he needs to do it soon to get some momentum going. It's important for Jackson that he does do it. Oh wait, did he beat Jax? I don't remember. I don't think he did beat Jax Wolfe, did he? He might have done. I might need to double check that. I'm going to quickly confirm that as Jackson gets ready to start this one off. I'm going to feel embarrassed now if Jackson actually didn't win that match. I may have been mistaken. If I am, I apologise, but I will double check that. But he's full ready to go. For all of these people, they have their reasons for winning. They need to prove they're the best. They need to prove that they're up there with the big leagues. But now they need to do it more than ever. And this match straight away sees Thomas and Deathlordicas to the outside. And it also sees inside we have Deathlordicas working away on Tyson Jackson. Interestingly, oh, look at that. Tossing him into the ringside is Jax Wolfe. Very, very nice move there. And look at that. Working away on him really well here is Jax Wolfe. He's off to a great start in this one. And meanwhile, in the ring, Deathlordicas, look at a fly there with a flying neckbreaker. And, no, I am mistaken. I do apologise. I just checked. Jax Wolfe won that match. So, yes, Tyson Jackson is still without a victory. So, he's going to need this one even more. And for Tyson Jackson's sake, I hope he can get it. But he's got some tough competition in there, and he's not off to a good start. Jax rolling out of harm's way there. Going to take some time to recuperate following that Falcon Arrow. And now Deathlordicas going to miniature DDT to the top of the head of Thomas. And Deathlordicas is flying out of the mat here. Look at this. Oh, and just narrowly avoids Tyson Jackson there on the impact. There's a cover. One, and it's only going to be a one. Oh, look at this. Jackson now with a backstabber And now he can try and get some momentum in this one as he goes for Jax Wolfe. The battle between the two continues. I guess it never stopped, but last time they fought, sign of respect. Yes, I did forget the result, and I do apologise for that. But, oh, look at that big brain buster there by Jackson. But you got to think that Jackson was a little salty about losing that one. He's beaten him before, he's beaten him in the past, and he would hope that he can do it again. He needs to get back to winning ways this year, Jackson, or he will struggle. And Deathlordicas here working away on Thomas there in a headlock. Meanwhile, Tyson Jackson has Jax Wolfe trapped in the corner but gets out of it. Cover made in the middle of the ring, no one noticed. But it was only a one, so no reason to be alarmed, and Jackson's going to take this to the outside. We know how dangerous he can be here on the outside of the ring. Meanwhile, inside of the ring, further working away on the neck there, just trying to wear him down completely. In the middle of the ring is Deathlordicas, but he has been great straight out the bat of this one and been in control of every matchup he's had so far. And look at that, and just noticed on the outside, big suplex by Jax Wolfe. And another diving elbow drop, and Jax Wolfe going to take the time to taunt here. He seems in control. He won his debut match, his return match, which I didn't think he did. I thought he lost. Maybe because it was a while ago now and I've forgotten. Oh, look at this, Deathlordicas, split-legged moonsault. And look at this, Tyson Jackson might be looking for a powerbomb. No pile driver. And Deathlordicas continuing to work away on Thomas as Jax Wolfe rolls out of harm's way, and Tyson Jackson just going to let these two fight it out. That's wise. There's an opportunity for a breather in this match. Might as well take it. Oh, hold on a minute. I'm not sure what just happened there with Tyson Jackson. Big running clothesline by Deathlordicas, but looked like Tyson Jackson was fighting the Invisible Man for a second. Oh, and the referee gets taken out in the carnage. He gets back to his feet relatively quickly, though. I was looking for a power bomb there. Jax Wolfe interrupts it, though. Jax Wolfe has got Jackson in a bad position here. Deathlordicas tried to make contact there with a spinning clothesline. Couldn't quite do it. And now look at this. Looking to capitalise on the space he's got here. Mandible claw. Mandible claw. And this could be the opening he needs. Brings him down. Jax Wolfe is down. Is he out for the count, though? Did he knock him out? Thomas doesn't even realise he left the ring. The cover's being made. Thomas needs to break it up. 1. Oh, and it's a 2. Counted 2, and that could have been over just there. Thomas making the save. Oh, but look at Jax Wolfe fighting back. Maybe it wasn't over for him there. He didn't have to kick out, though. Thomas with the save. And now Jackson and Thomas resume their battle on the outside of the ring. And now look at this. Fireman's carry. Jax Wolfe spinning. Might be looking to pop it out into a cutter. He does. Big impact there on Deathlordicas. Slap bang in the middle of the ring. And that's where you want to be. This is not full count anywhere. No advantage to fighting outside other than added damage and a big suplex. And back inside the ring, Jax Wolfe takes him. And now looking for the thunderbomb. Big connection. And Thomas now. Can he capitalise? Oh, looking to land some damage of his own. Looking for the electric chair. Forearm connects. Meanwhile, Jax Wolfe looking for the lumbar check. Big connection to Deathlordicas. That could be it for him. But he's not going for it. It's a springboard. He wanted to rub salt in the wounds. Deathlordicas has capitalised. Now looking to steal it. It's a 1. And what a contest this one's turning out to be. These 4 really giving it their all here. Trying to walk away the winner. Doing whatever is necessary. Jackson rolls out of harm's way here. And Jax Wolfe being worked on here now by Deathlordicas. He missed his window of opportunity. He managed to connect there with the thunderbomb, with the spinning cut, with the airplane spin into the cutter, and also with the lumbar check. But did not take advantage, didn't go for the cover, and he might regret that. And now to the top rope goes Deathlordicas. Look at it fly to the back of the head as he got spun by Thomas. Didn't quite get all of it, and he rolls out of harm's way. Meanwhile, Jax Wolfe gets back to his back to his feet. 1 out, 1 in, I guess. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, I thought he was going to try and lawn dart him out of the ring there, and stun off the ropes. Jax Wolfe going to get out of the way, and that might be the smart thing to do. Jackson went for the kick, miscalculated, big counter, and that big elbow just got rid of, busted open Tyson Jackson. Jax Wolfe rolls out of harm's way with the elbow, with the drop kick from Thomas. So much happening here. I'm struggling to keep track of what's going on. And Deathlordicas back in the ring now, trying to do the damage to Jackson if he can. These two working away on Jackson together. And I mean, if you can form an alliance, if you can work together to do the damage on your opponent, that's all well and good. But you need to pin, and only one of you can do that. You can't both win if someone walks out with the pinfall and you don't. Jax Wolfe back on the outside, and looks like Thomas has come to greet him. But it looks like Deathlordicas ready to finish this match off here, looking for another mandible claw, this time on Tyson Jackson. Oh, and he's got him, and with those sharp razor claws there, digging into the face. He's already cut open. It could be enough. Deathlordicas, is he going to be able to break it on? Jax Wolfe is going to make it. Jax Wolfe just breaks it up, and I think that was it. I think that was the 3 count. Oh, look at this. He got caught taunting there, and Jax Wolfe took full advantage, and now Jax Wolfe with an opening. He needs to capitalise. Everyone else is down, looking for the lumbar check. No, big counter. Big counter by Deathlordicas. And Jax Wolfe was looking to make it 2-0, but now looking once again for the mandible claw. To wrap it up. Spins him around. Sets it up. He won't be able to finish it off though, because back in comes Thomas with the mandible claw. And look at this. Thomas, look at him take advantage of the opening that has been presented to him. Can get the cover here. He's left alone in the ring. The mandible claw's done the damage. Can Jax Wolfe get back in there? No, he can't. Thomas steals it. Beautiful, beautiful move by Thomas. You have to applaud that. That was truly brilliant. Deathlordicas did the damage with the mandible claw and did all that was needed to do to win it. All Thomas had to do was get him out of harm's way, and he did. There was an electric chair there to Jackson, who took quite a beating in this match. And there was the first lumbar check, was unsuccessful on the second, and that is what cost Jax Wolfe the win in this one. And Deathlordicas gonna feel gutted about that one, but Thomas has managed to steal the victory in this one. A big win for Thomas, returning to winning ways, and that's exactly what he needed after quite a horrible week for him. Thomas raises his hands high. He senses what he just did was smart, and to be honest, you have to applaud it. Very, very wise tactic to let the mandible claw hit, then come in and steal the cover. And a big, big needed win for Thomas here. Disappointment for Tyson Jackson again. He once again falls at the final hurdle. And Thomas getting some momentum in his favour here. That could be costly when looking at who could be next to face Rage or Jace for their titles. Speaking of which, it's time to move on to the main event with our champion versus champion match. It's main event time here on WIW, and it is a champion versus champion match for the first time. First man down is the world champion, Rage. You guys will not understand the struggles I had to go through to make this match happen. For some reason, there is something wrong with Rage's character. Every time I try to do a match, it just won't let me do it because Rage is in it. Why? Don't know. Does it make sense? No, of course not. But, you know, WWE for you. They just make some terrible games. But the WIW champion, carrying his title down for the first time. It's going to be interesting to see what this title reign has in store. But right now, he's been unbeatable. He's undefeated, and no one seems to even be able to slow him down. Last week, injured. That's right, injured Jaden. Jaden's going to be out for the next month at least. So we might not be seeing him for some time. That is the injury report. So we could be a while before we see him. But tonight, it doesn't matter about him. It's a champion versus champion match between Rage, the WIW champion, and Jace, the European champion, who makes his way down to the ring. And the belt seems to be working. There we go. We finally get a glimpse of the European title with the new Portuguese side plates to represent the nationality of Jace, of course, from Lisbon, Portugal. This champion versus champion match A highly anticipated one. Jace, we know, has his eyes on the world title, but for right now, he is European champion. And he's got to worry about defending that at the pay-per-view. Just 2 weeks away, because these Monday Night Mayhem pay-per-views will go first, and then the Fight Night ones follow that one. And this pay-per-view will be very, very soon. I'll reveal the name of it as soon as I get the information from the big boss. But we have a champion versus champion match, one that could potentially be one of the greats here in WIW. We love to have these champion versus champion matches when they're crowned. We like to see who the dominant champions are, and these two people showed their stuff in their respected matches. Rage dismantled Jaden to the point of injury, and as for Jace, there we go, sign of respect between two friends, two allies. And I'm sure we'll see them cross paths in the future for the title. But for right now, it's a champion versus champion match. And look at this. Jaden straight out the bat here. Tossing the big man across the ring. That's what you want to do there. Show Rage you're not ready. You're not willing to let him get control of this match. And I forgot what I was saying here. Thought's gone. Never mind. And now look at this Jace. Wearing down the elbows. With the elbows. Jace made it clear that the European title was not his goal. His goal was the world title. Was unable, of course, in the Beat the Clock challenge to get a win fast enough to get him a world title. He went to the 8-pack challenge and left the last man standing with the European Championship. A lot of people discourage these mid-card titles, but what they need to remember is that it's a starting point. There are 6 titles in WIW. 2 of them are tag team titles. The other 2 are on the other brand. So the fact that you are a champion separates you from everyone on the brand. And the only man better than you, if you are the European champion, is that man that you are facing right now. And that is the world champion Jace, who is not off to a great start here. Maybe some lasting effects from his match. But there really is no excuse for that because, I mean, Jace, he had a much more grueling match, had to beat 8 other men to get where he did. And another powerbomb by Jace. Jace in control and not slowing down, and that's exactly what you need to do against Rage. Look at this, going for the triple. Big powerbomb again. The rule of 3 being applied here. And Rage not off to a good start here for this title reign. And look at this, Spike pile driver straight into the cover. Already looking to wrap this one up. Oh, and he nearly got him. That was a very close 2.5 count. And Rage in control. And look at this. Taking time to taunt the European champion. Senses he's getting the better of Rage here, and he definitely has. Although that taunting might have cost him as Rage springs back to his feet. Rage looking to fight back. Oh, just tossing him into the air. And that's exactly what I said. You can't waste time in a match against Rage. You need to be flat out destroying him from beginning to end, or he will fight back, as he is proving to here. Oh, look at that. Shoulder tackle to the outside, and he is mad. Look at Rage. Trying to fight back in this one. Trying to prove he is the best. And proving why he's world champion. He dismantled Jaden, and now he has the opportunity to do the same to Jace, who's eagerly awaiting a chance to prove that he is top of the class. But he is European champion after all. I mean, how much more do you have to prove? Oh, look at this. Oh, and a big backbreaker there by Rage. Count of 6. Surely this won't end in a count out in this type of match. Nope. Straight back into the ring at the count of 7. As soon as I say that, everyone just springs back to life and enters the ring. Big uppercut there by Jace. And a big elbow drop now, and Rage is definitely hurt, but he is fighting back. Jace was a little stunned that the spike pile driver didn't work. He took the time to taunt, and he might have paid the price for that. And now look at this. Oh, and a big suplex again, and Rage almost bounced off the canvas there. Oh, look at this. Big counter by Rage. Big clothesline. Rage trying to fight back, but it is proving a task for him. The European champion really bringing it to the WIW champion there. Another big elbow drop. And now look at this. The tide really has turned here. Rage looking for the end. Road Rage against the run of momentum. Road Rage into the cover goes Rage. 2. Oh, and it's only a 2. The European champion kicks out. Rage can't believe his luck. Picks him back up. Now he needs to actually start doing damage. He's weakened him. For the first time in this match, he can actually say that he can get some control. He needs to capitalize on it now. And now look at this. Wrenching away on the arms and upper back. And now look at this. Jace powers out of it. He needs to start fighting back again. He's been in control for the majority of this match, but now Rage is leading the fight back there. Stun off the top turnbuckle. Oh, look at this. Oh, big counter. And once again, there's an Irish whip. To the top goes Jace. And he is in trouble here. Rage. Look at this. The balance off the ropes. Looking for a massive superplex. What impact. And Rage doesn't need to do many moves, because the moves that he does do are so devastating, and he's proving that here as he wears down Jace in what has been a great main event so far. Here's the cover from Rage, looking to seal the deal. It's only a 2. Rage is tired though, he is hurt. Look at this, he is definitely struggling. He got to a slow start in this one, similarly as he did in the world title fight there. Look at that, just tossing him across the ring like a rag doll. But once again, has started to begin an impressive fight back. Oh, look at this, look at it do it again here, and Rage in control of the matchup for the first time, realistically. The Road Rage turned the tide, and now look at that. Massive clubbing, double hand by Rage. This has been a great show. Everyone's showing that they are ready for these titles. They're trying to prove their dominance. They want title matches. So these two need to show that they're not willing to relinquish their titles to any challengers. They need to prove that they are dominant, that they are the top of the brand. 2 count again by Rage. And of course, Jaden picking up an injury. That is why he's not here tonight. But we know that there are several challengers who will be ready to take on the world title. Who wouldn't be ready to take on a world champion? Well, actually, to be fair, who would want to take on Rage? Never mind Rage with a title. I guess that's the only reason why you'd actually want to step in the ring with someone like Rage. Look at this. Complete control now. And this match is slipping away from Jace. He needs to get rid of this. He can't deal with this. Superman, no! He got it! He counted it! Right on cue as soon as I said it. Hold on a minute! Look at this powerbomb! Massive impact on the powerbomb! Straight into the cover! 2! No, it's only a 2, but flips into the Boston Crab! Jace looking to get him! Looking to make the world champion tap! Can this be the first defeat of the series for Rage? Jace breaks it up. And Rage now in trouble as once again Jace flips the switch. He was in control for the majority of the match, let it go following the Road Rage, and then after that the Superman punch counter. And now Jace has him where he wants him, but Rage slips out of harm's way. And look at this, oh, a massive takedown. Big impact by Rage. And just watching him get back to his feet here. Rage admiring his work, but might have taken too long there admiring what he done. As once again Jace pops back to his feet, trying to wrench away now on the arms and backs as Rage did. We'll see if he can do a bit more. Oh, look at that, wrenching away. Almost snapping his arms off his body. But Rage looking to overpower him here, and he does. This has been a stalemate between these two, both with tides of momentum. Who can land the winning blow? Who can finish off the other? There's a reason these two are champions, and they're showing it right now. Look at this. Oh, and a massive power slam off the top turnbuckle. And Jace looking to do whatever it takes to get Rage down. He wants to be the first man to defeat him, and that could go a long way in his claims to fighting for the World Championship. Look at this. Looking for a suplex toss across the ring. Straight into the cover. He thinks that might be enough to put Rage away. Oh, and it nearly was there. A 2.5 count. What an epic contest this has been between these two gladiators. They've been working together for the last couple of weeks to fend off the fight that Albright and Jaden have been bringing to them. And they've fought them all off, and in the end picked up the win. Jaden and Rage was a great contest, which Rage came out on top of. Albright and Jace were the last two men of the 8-pack challenge, so no surprise there. After seeing these four locking into combat with each other several times, a fatal 4-way and a tag team match as well. These four clearly are on the same path. Maybe Jaden will come back from injury, looking to push for the title. But for right now, he is out of action, and for them, that means he's out of harm's way. Now look at Rage once again, looking for another suplex toss. This has simply been a battle to behold. It's been amazing how much these guys have been withstanding in this matchup. Rage looking ready to end it though. What's Rage thinking here? Oh, look at this. Bringing it back for the first time this year. Rage. Jackhammer. Jackhammer into the cover. And the WIW champion knocks off the European champion in truly beautiful style there. And a big, big win. It was the Road Rage that turned the tide for Rage, and since then it was in control until this massive powerbomb where Jade managed to gain control back in his favour, and it was only a 2 count from that powerbomb, and the submission did not work afterward as he bridged it into the Boston Crab. But Rage there with the big ending, bringing back the jackhammer, and that is what has just won him this match against the European champion. Big win for Rage here tonight, and as we see the back of someone's head there, and an attempted 2 count there by Jace. This is great camera work, honestly. What do we pay these guys to do? Big win for this monster who is seeming unbeatable. And once again, his arm is raised in victory here tonight. That is the injury report. So we could be... And Jace probably going to be disappointed with that one. He really wants to push for this world title. But Jace proving just to be too dominant right now. I don't see many people who are going to keep up with... No, wait! Aaron Albright with the kendo stick from behind. An ambush by the X Factor Aaron Albright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like someone has stepped up to challenge the beast. That is going to end tonight's episode, but Aaron Albright staking his claim to the world title. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Be sure to leave a like and comment if you did enjoy, or what your thoughts and feelings are for this episode. You know the comment section is always very lively. Be sure to vote for your superstar of the month down in the comment section. You have until the end of Friday Fight Night to decide on who you want for that, and I will catch you lot in the next episode. Peace.